So as you may or may not know, we have roughly like 42 million Americans who are going without SNAP benefits and are essentially going hungry because the Trump administration decided to prematurely halt the funds for SNAP during the government shutdown. And now, even though that we are on track for the government to be reopened and court orders saying like, hey, you have to release this, but then it ended up going the whole way to the Supreme Court. But like, yes, right now we still are not giving people their food benefits. TLDR. All right. Um, and it went up to the Supreme Court, and we have a Guardian article here that's going to go over it. And this shit is just so frustrating, man. Like we are in a country where during this shutdown, Trump is doing flyovers of NFL games, going to NFL games. Like I seen the videos, like they did, Air Force One did like a close flyover of like the Commander Stadium or whatever stadium they were playing in and that Trump visited. It's like what, this is a fucking joke, right? Like, is that like almost taunting that while like thousands of flights are being delayed and canceled every day as a result of this shutdown? Like, is this just a middle finger that it's like, I'm going to hop in my Air Force One jet and just fucking do a flyover in the stadium and then I'm going to go to the game? Like, are you kidding me? People are starving. Other planes can't even be in the air. But of course, and then here you are, flying your plane wherever the fuck you want. And also, while 42 million Americans are starving, you're having these great, like, Gatsby parties at Mar-a-Lago where there is, like, food lined up as far as the eye can see, while 42 million Americans are going hungry because of you. That's also a joke, right? Like, these people know. I've always had a theory that they know how much they're fucking us, and they've gotten to the point where they're so confident where they just openly say and show how they are fucking us, and then just like go behind closed doors. It's like, we're telling and showing these idiots like what's going on, and we're still here. We still have broad support among our base. Like, what? And then, of course, bailing out Argentina to the tune of $40 billion. Here's a little fact for you. So we just bailed out Argentina, a foreign country, for $40 billion. Do you know how much SNAP costs for the entire year of 2024? It was more than 40 billion. Granted, it was 100 billion. All right, for an entire year. And we just gave 40 billion to Argentina while withholding SNAP funding. That 40 billion could have funded SNAP for another several months. But no. We don't have money for food aid benefits, bro. But like 40 billion to Argentina, even though that could have bought us like 3, 4, maybe even 5 months of continued SNAP benefits. Nope. This is a joke. And of course, bombing fishing boats, drug boats off the coast of Venezuela, and then posting like freaking live leak videos of it on like the fucking White House Twitter account. Like, all while Americans are starving, people are struggling with their bills because shit's not getting cheaper, despite Trump saying like, oh, the Thanksgiving dinner is now like 25% cheaper or something. It's like, yeah, the dinner you're referring to, they had to like take like a dozen items out of it. So of course, by reduction, it's cheaper. Oh my God. I'm starting to fly off the rails. Let's go ahead and get into this article. U.S. Supreme Court extends Trump pause on $4 billion in food aid benefits. Yeah, we're talking about $4 billion. We gave 10 times that to Argentina. Jesus Christ. Millions of Americans grappling with food insecurity will face more uncertainty this week after the U.S. Supreme Court enabled the Trump administration to continue withholding funds for food stamps. In an administrative stay issued on Tuesday, the highest court upheld the administration's request to extend a pause on a federal judge's ruling that would have required $4 billion in funding for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, or food stamps. The food aid relied on by 42 million people to be distributed. Working class people, by the way, like majority of people who receive SNAP are working class Americans. In fact, most of them probably work at fucking Walmart. I wish I was kidding or being hyperbolic, but it's just Go look it up on your own time. The funding freeze has been given 2 additional days and will now remain in place until midnight on Thursday, with the House planning to vote Wednesday on a package that could spell the end to the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. The administration has dug its heels in on fully funding the essential food program, insisting the funds will only be cleared when Congress comes to a compromise. And they say like the Democrats are playing political games when it's clearly Trump and the Republicans playing the political games, starving 42 million people. Come on. Wake up, people. Wake up. MAGA, you don't have to love me. You don't have to like me. You can hate me. But I need you to realize that these people think you're stupid. They think you're a fucking idiot. And I need you to realize that. And I need you to not be a fucking idiot and realize just like what is going on here in plain sight. Programs benefits are funded federally but are administered by local and state governments. The funding lapse, a first for the largest anti-hunger program in the U.S., has caused chaos in states that were left in the lurch after they issued benefits they believed were authorized prior to the Supreme Court's decision. On Sunday, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, directed states to immediately undo the aid already provided to low-income Americans. What? It remains unclear whether funds already issued by states will be reimbursed by the federal governments where coffers are already running low. So they wanted to undo the benefits that they gave. Oh my God. These people are evil. This is comic book fucking villain shit. What is going on here? To the extent states sent full SNAP payment files for November 2025, this was unauthorized. Patrick Penn, the Deputy Undersecretary of Agriculture, wrote in a to state SNAP. The Deputy Undersecretary of Agriculture wrote in a to state SNAP directors on Saturday. Accordingly, states must immediately undo any steps taken to issue full SNAP benefits for November 2025. The back and forth has left chaos and confusion in its wake as the USDA threatens states with penalties if they did not comply. In a filing in the First Circuit Court of Appeals, a coalition of states argued that returning hundreds of millions of dollars would risk catastrophic operational disruption for the states with a consequent cascade of harms for their residents. Several state officials have already vowed to fight the orders. President Trump wants to penalize states for preventing Americans from going hungry. We will see him in court. There is a chaos, and it is an intentional chaos that we are seeing from this administration. Wes Moore, the governor of Maryland, said in an interview on CBS, noting that there had been 4 different measures of guidance in only 6 days. Jesus Christ. Yeah, because like it went from like, all right, we're going to pay the benefit. It went from we're not paying anything to like, all right, we're going to pay the benefits. Actually, no, we're only going to pay some of the benefits to like, no, we're not paying the benefits. Like, oh God, what a mess. What a fucking mess. With only half of November's allotment issued to beneficiaries, pressure on food banks and local agencies trying to keep pace with the need has been immense. With the Thanksgiving holidays quickly approaching and schools closing, those needs will sharply rise if funds are not soon restored. It's hard to look someone in the face who's telling you they can't feed their family and be able to try to guide them to other avenues to try to get some food for their household. Stacey Smith, a government worker, told The Guardian this week, we have community food banks and we have food pantries and they're already maxed out. We're having dozens of millions of people having food insecurity in the United States. We produce enough food that we could just give everyone free food and still have food left over. And remember everything I told you earlier. Trump attending NFL games, having his Great Gatsby party in Mar-a-Lago, bailing out Argentina, bombing boats off the coast of Venezuela, mass deportations still under full steam ahead. ICE agents and DHS agents on the ground doing these large mass deportations, going to Home Depots, construction sites. They also were getting paid in full. They didn't miss a paycheck during the shutdown. Let me be clear on that. But we're going to play this game over SNAP funding. $4 billion to be precise, while giving 10 times that to Argentina, all during this government shutdown. Everything I just named was under just this shutdown. Not to mention the ways they fucking throw your money away and during this whole presidency. But this was just during the shutdown. It's crazy. It blows my mind. We got to wake up. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what a joke. The wealthiest country in the world. The wealthiest country in the world. That also produces enough food to, like, feed the world, including itself. Oh my God. Okay. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next one. If you made it to this point in the video, I just want to give a special thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below, and if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I will try to reply to any and all comments that I can. Until next time, watch that video on screen.